Our Cessna Club had a challenge for members to fly around the outside of Class Bravo Airspace and predict the time en route from Bremerton to Snohomish, south to Puyallup, and back to Bremerton, a 117 nautical mile circuit. The prize was just bragging rights. Recently, a member came within 1 minute of their prediction, so I had no aspirations of winning, but it was a good excuse to fly. Class Bravo Airspace is a boundary in the sky shaped like an inverted wedding cake. You may not enter this area without permission. Doing so is a serious infraction. It's designed to separate arriving and departing aircraft from each other and to limit extraneous air traffic. That day the sky had a broken cloud layer, meaning 75% of the sky was covered with clouds, and the cloud base was between 2,000 and 2,400 feet mean sea level. Since I would be in a congested area, I called Seattle Approach to request flight following. They can track me on radar, pointing out converging traffic if necessary.
Seattle Skyline 2410 Xray VFR 2,000 feet, about 5 miles south of Paine Field. Request flight following.
Got the hand up there. He hasn't checked in yet. There's a VFR calling. I think it was at 2410 Xray 5 south of Paine.
Okay.
If you get anybody going to Seattle, the ILS to the right side's out.
Okay.
All right.
Or 2410 Xray, Seattle Approach, where are you calling?
Affirmative, 10 Xray, request flight following, VFR about 1,900, about 8 miles west of Harvey Field.
And where are you headed to?
Just doing a round robin, going to be on the east side of SeaTac and then Sun Field, then down to Bremerton.
2410 Xray, squawk 0317 and ident.
0317 identifying.
Or 2410 Xray, we're to contact 4 southeast of Paine Field, current altimeter 3059er in your Skyhawk.
Skylane 10 Xray.
Thank you.
Skylane 2410 Xray with you 1,700.
2410 Xray, Seattle Approach. Good morning.
Flying south over Lake Sammamish, my course was right over the top of Cougar Mountain, but it was in the clouds, so I nudged a bit west. Ahead in the distance I could just make out a circling eagle, and I mentioned this to my friend. I also fly gliders, and we often literally soar with the eagles. In gliders we only fly 55 miles an hour while in lift, and the eagles are sometimes annoyed to have our company, but I've never had an issue with them. I should mention this happened during breeding season for bald eagles, and during that time they are quite territorial, feisty, and noisier than other times of the year. YouTube has many videos of hawks and eagles attacking gliders, paragliders, and RC aircraft. They like to dominate the skies. After seeing it in the distance, I looked down at my chart to check my proximity to Class Bravo airspace. When I looked up again in a moment, the eagle was dead ahead and only 75 yards away. I was flying 120 knots, and the eagle was flying around 40 knots toward me. With a closure rate of 180 statute miles per hour, we had converged 1 mile closer every 20 seconds. A second later, it hit the left wing at the air intake, and downy feathers streamed into the cockpit. Right afterwards, the plane seemed to handle just fine. It took a couple moments to let the feathers settle and consider leaning forward to inspect for damage. I was amazed to see a watermelon-sized dent in the wing's leading edge, with an apple-sized chunk of eagle meat stuck in the torn sheet metal of the wing. I considered landing at the nearest airport, but since the plane was acting as though nothing happened, I just requested a shortcut back to Bremerton through Class Bravo Airspace.
Yeah, Skylane 2410 Xray, wondering if I can go across the Class Bravo Airspace direct to Bremerton. Had a bird strike and no emergency that would like to do that.
2410 Xray, where do you want to cross the Class Bravo? At Seattle?
If able.
Okay, let me talk to the tower. November 546 Charlie Whiskey to set to maintain 3000.
Set to maintain 3000, 546 Charlie Whiskey.
6 Charlie Whiskey, contact approach 128.5.
128.5.
Alright.
Sure.
Go to Cessna east, about 7 miles. They want to know if they can do a VFR crossing.
Jason, are you doing crossovers? Nope, they cannot.
Okay, RG.
Issue.
Skylane 2410 Xray, Seattle Tower says no VFR crossovers, so you'll have to go south and south of the Seattle airspace.
Understand, I'll go south. Thank you.
And Skylane 2410 Xray, you said you had a bird strike. You have a cracked windshield?
Negative, got a dent in the left wing, pretty close to the cockpit.
Okay, any damage?
Affirmative, yeah. No flight handling difficulties right now.
10 Xray, say again.
There's an eagle meat in the hole there in the wing.
Wow. 2410 Xray, and do you want to go all the way to Bremerton? Do you want to land quick? Or, you're just, Auburn's just right behind you there.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay to Bremerton. Thank you, though.
He got hit by a bird, but he's damaged, but he still says he's fine. I just wanted you to know. Okay, thanks. November 2410 Xray, contact set approach on 120.1, and if you have any flight difficulties, advise him right away.
120.1, thank you.
And Skylane 2410 Xray, just for my peace of mind, when you get on the ground there, will you give me a call on 127.1 just to make sure you land safe?
You will do, thank you.
Thank you.
Southwest Auburn, only 165,
safe on the ground.
3,000,
Skylane 2410, you said you're safe on the ground there at Bremerton? That's Skylane 2410 Xray, did I miss you safe on the ground there at Bremerton?
Affirmative, safe on the ground, thank you.
10 Xray, thank you, I appreciate it, have a good day.
Thank you.
My request to detour across Class Bravo Airspace was declined, which isn't uncommon if they're busy. And in my request, I said there is no emergency, indicating no need for special consideration. Some hesitation in the controller's voice when directing me south of Class Bravo makes me think he was sorry for not asking more questions about damage before calling SeaTac Tower. That said, they probably don't want a damaged aircraft flying right over the top of landing and departing airliners anyway. I was touched by the care and professionalism of the controllers after learning of the aircraft damage. They were genuinely concerned that I make it home safely. I thought the biggest risk to safety would be during landing. If the damaged wing stalled well before the other, the plane might roll in that direction. With that in mind, I made a faster than normal approach, and my landing was uneventful. Considering accident prevention, had I tried to dive under the Eagle when it was so close, it might have hit the tail, which is a weaker component of the plane. Climbing was not an option due to the clouds above. Luckily, it hit the strongest part of the aircraft. Had it hit the windshield, weighing 14 pounds with an impact speed of 160 to 180 miles an hour, well, let's not go there. In the future, when flying, I will consider myself eagle bait when spotting these creatures. I will take early and evasive action. The FAA wants a bird strike report completed after an event like this, and a couple weeks after doing so, a wildlife biologist gave me a call. We chatted about the event, and he wanted some feathers or a blood sample lifted from the aircraft for DNA confirmation of the species. At the time, I wasn't sure if it was a bald eagle or an osprey. The forensic evidence was sent, and they confirmed it was a bald eagle. 3 months later, the wing is still finishing up repairs. My co-pilot thought my idea of barbecuing the eagle meat was disgusting, so he threw it away. I'm just saying that you don't get many chances for that sort of a meal. But there's also not many recipes for that entree. Missed opportunities. Oh well, blue skies and tailwinds to you all. Thanks for watching.